Mentioning the word home conjures up feelings of coziness and humbleness. While some people adore large homes for the immense space they provide, for others, it is the solace and safety we experience in the place we call home that matters the most. While many people have to reconsider purchasing a property and struggle with loan repayments and other expenses, the world's wealthiest people can afford some of the most luxurious, lavish homes without giving it a second thought because of their immense wealth. Today, we are going to look at a few of the most outstanding residences of some of the world's wealthiest billionaires. These people have changed the definition of home, and it is now more than just humbleness and convenience to them. It is also an affirmation of indulgence where they can spend the majority of their wealth, easily buy unfathomable luxuries, and flaunt their wealth for the world to see. But before we begin, if you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe to All My Luxury, like, comment, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on future videos. Now, let's get started. Jeff Bezos. Amazon was founded in 1994 by Jeff Bezos in his Seattle carport. In 2021, he transitioned from CEO to executive chairman. As per the Land article, Bezos is the 28th largest landowner in the United States and has accumulated a vast real estate empire across the country. From his home estate of Washington to New York City, he owns more than 5 homes across the country, ranging from 2 adjacent Beverly Hills luxury homes to a verdant estate in an affluent Seattle neighborhood. I wonder what it's like owning so many houses. Here are all the residential properties Bezos is known to own in the US. Bezos owns 2 homes in Medina that are spread across 5.3 acres. One is a 20,000 square foot 5-guest room, 4 restroom, and the other is an 8,000 square foot 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom home, which is said to have cost $53 million. Bezos also possesses assets in Beverly Hills, California, one of the priciest areas of Los Angeles. Because the first Beverly Hills home he purchased did not meet his needs for space, in 2017, he paid $12.9 million for the neighboring state's more modest homes with 4 bedrooms and 4,568 square feet. The Warner estate, which he recently acquired in Beverly Hills, was built for Jack Warner, the former head of Warner Brothers Studios in the 1930s. Bezos reportedly acquired the house from billionaire David Geffen, who had purchased it back in 1990 for a staggering $165 million, making it the most expensive residence ever sold in Los Angeles. Before their divorce was made official, these assets belonged to both Bezos and his spouse, Mackenzie Bezos. Since everything purchased during their marriage is regarded as joint property in Bezos' home estate of Washington, it is unclear how Bezos' properties were split after his divorce from Mackenzie Bezos was finalized. Bezos owns the largest house in Washington, D.C. He purchased the house at the Retired Textile Museum for $23 million. He is immediate neighbors with Obama's, Ivanka Trump, and Jared Kushner. Elon Musk. Elon Musk, co-founder and CEO of Tesla and among the richest men in the world, can quickly afford to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on any opulent residence he wants. However, after having sold off most of his property assets and relocating to Texas in the past year, Musk revealed that he now only possesses one house, and that is a 50,000 small square house that he claims he leases from his company, SpaceX. The relatively small house includes a few unique features like a gourmet kitchen with a huge fridge, dual sink with a view, oven, dishwasher, microwave, and shaker cabinetry. The ensuite has a deep shower tub, a vessel sink, a large counter, and a backlit mirror. Other features include a 375 square foot lounge room with large doors and windows, white plank composite flooring, a built-in washer and dryer, heating and air, and the promise of extremely low utility costs. Elon Musk, who is worth approximately $187 billion and is no newcomer to million-dollar homes in the Los Angeles area, posted on Twitter in May 2020 that he would own no house, and truthful to his message, he is well on his way to doing so. Musk has now almost kept his word to do so by selling 6 of his 7 residences for a total of $61.89 million. In December 2020, Musk sold 4 properties in Bel Air that he had originally paid nearly $55 million for between 2015 and 2019. He had bought them all between those years. Musk's home sales over the past year have generated an estimated $19.2 million in revenue. The only house I own is the Events House in the Bay Area. If I sold it, the house would see less use unless bought by a big family, which might happen someday, Musk claimed. A few days later, he revealed he had listed it for sale and added, "Just needs to go to a large family who will live there. It's a special place." It is uncertain, however, whether Musk is leasing any other homes. Bill Gates. Bill Gates is no longer the chairman of Microsoft, but his tenure as the company's founder made him one of the most well-known and wealthy people in the world. His home is similar to many of the homes shown in this video. The Xanadu 2.0 Manor is a regal delight structure in the world indeed. The spacious 66,000 square foot structure was built by Bill Gates over the course of 7 years and cost $63 million. It is located near Lake Washington in the Seattle area, where it is home to some of the world's richest residences. Since the house was built, its estimated value has increased to more than $130 million from the $2 million that Bill paid for the lot in 1988. Although it has 8 bedrooms, the mansion can also act as a hub for large gatherings because each room has touchscreen control systems for the lighting, music, and climate. It also has 25 bathrooms, 6 kitchens, and a dining room that can seat up to 200 people. Just imagine getting lost inside the house. The magnificent home is only one of Bill's 3 most noteworthy residences. He also possesses a sizable family farm in Southern California that he acquired from wellness legend Jenny Craig for about $18 million. The property has a racing track, a guest house, an office, an animal care suite, an orchard, and 5 bars. Gates also owns a second horse farm in Wellington, Florida, which he bought in 2013 for $8.7 million. The residence had originally been leased by his daughter Jennifer, an enthusiastic rider, while she was in Florida for tournaments. Mark Zuckerberg. The 37-year-old founder of Facebook intends to work remotely for up to half of 2022, and his $320 million real estate portfolio is more than sufficient to support his way of life. Mark and his wife, Priscilla, and the children reside in a $7 million home in Palo Alto. The main residence is a 5,617 square foot, 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom wood-floored home on 0.41 acres that he bought for $7 million in 2011, the year before he got engaged. Zuckerberg has 10 real estate assets spread across 4 locations: Palo Alto, San Francisco, Lake Tahoe, and Kauai Island in Hawaii. At first glance, you might assume that Zuckerberg is choosing to live prudently and not blow through all of his money like other billionaires. But that is not the situation. Instead, the home's luxury gimmick is that of Marvel Comics like AI that manages the entire property. Zuckerberg renovated the house with a Facebook cannon that shoots great t-shirts and a specially made artificially intelligence assistant with the voice of Morgan Freeman. He also has a penchant for purchasing nearby properties to protect his privacy. The owner of Facebook, yes, you read that correctly, bought 4 properties totaling $30 million to enclose his primarily Palo Alto residence. In 2013, he paid over $10 million for an off-market listing in Dolores Heights that is 5,542 square feet in size. He later spent an additional $1.6 million renovating the house, adding an office, a home theater, a half-bathroom, a laundry, a wine room, and a wet bar. The best real estate deal for this Facebook CEO is the 2 land packets in Kauai that he bought for a staggering $100 million. He intends to set up 700 acres of property there for opulent family vacations. Zuckerberg absolutely adores Hawaii. and simply cannot stop buying properties there. He currently owns 1,400 acres there. These locations have a 2,500 square foot expanse of oceanfront and a working organic farm. It is planned to build a 2-bedroom home as well as a 16-bay garage complex on these parcels. Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, also widely recognized as the Oracle of Omaha, is among the most experienced traders of all time. He has made a fortune by having a talent for getting the most out of his investments. His house is no exception to this talent. Buffett purchased his Omaha residence in 1958 for $31,500, and he continues to reside there even now. The estate is now priced at about $800,000, but in maintaining his notoriety for humility, the property isn't even among the most expensive options on the block. He calls the 6,570 square home, which has 5 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms, the third best investment he's ever decided to make, and says he's content there and would relocate if he thought he'd be equally happy somewhere else. Amidst all of his resources, Buffett prefers to live meagerly. He is actually selling a property in Laguna Beach for $11 million. But don't worry, he didn't lose any money on that either. In 1971, he paid just $200,000 for the property. Larry Ellison. Another well-known billionaire who could not be overlooked is Larry Ellison, chairman, chief technology officer, and co-founder of the software giant Oracle. According to the Wall Street Journal, Ellison is the country's most ardent trophy real estate investor. His assets include several homes in Silicon Valley and Lake Tahoe, as well as 98% of the Hawaiian island of Lanai, which he acquired for $300 million from Dole Food chief David Murdoch in 2012. His estate in Woodside, California features an 8,000 square foot home and is influenced by Japanese imperial architecture. According to reports, Ellison spent $200 million upgrading the house, possibly to further his plan to establish an infrastructure of ultra-luxury home museums around the globe. This house gives off the impression that you are living in a paradise. The Woodside property has 10 structures. Along with his love of Japan and the property investment he has amassed around the world, he also owns about 24 residences in Malibu, which are worth millions, at least 10 of which are the renowned Carbon Beach. These assets include a lake, a tea house, and a koi pond. Ellison also has a lot more property in California, such as a rocket club that he bought for less than $7 million. Mukesh Ambani. If you thought the earlier houses were all there was to see, wait until you see this billionaire home that overbids the others on the list. Mukesh Ambani is the chairman of Reliance Industries, which is India's most valuable company by market value and a Fortune Global 500 company. The most wealthy private residence in existence is owned by Ambani, the richest man in India and currently the 12th richest person in the world. His home, Antilla, is a 27-floor concrete structure in Mumbai, India, and is valued at over $1 billion. It occupies 400,000 square feet. Ambani relocated into this mansion with his wife and 3 children in 2012. Antilla, which was named after a fictitious island in the Atlantic, has a multi-story carport with room for 168 cars, a banquet hall, 4 helipads, orchards, a guest suite, a health level, and a theater room that seats 50 and 600 employees, which are reportedly required to run the mansion. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey is renowned for being the most prolific media personality of all time. She leads an opulent lifestyle and owns 7 homes, the first of which in Montecito, which she bought in 2001 for a whopping $50 million, about 6 miles from downtown Santa Barbara. After modifying the interior design to suit her refined tastes, Winfrey realized how stunning the house was both inside and out. The enormous house also has a large backyard pond with a fountain. Her second home is on RICHEST Island. Winfrey recently acquired a 41-acre property on Orcas Island in the northwest of Washington state. She paid a cool $8.275 million for the 8-bedroom, 6.5 bathroom, 733 square foot mansion that sits on the property, which also has a 3,000 feet of personal coastline. As per Velvet Rope, in 2016, she purchased a 23-acre horse farm estate at Seymour Farm for nearly $29 million at a bidding process. The contemporary farmhouse has a wrap-around porch with ocean views, a country-style chef's kitchen, a terrace off the master bedroom, and a dining space that can seat 6. For decades since she became one of the first female billionaires, Oprah has been accumulating an impressive collection of multi-million-dollar property investments. Steve Jobs. The late Apple CEO Steve Jobs was another humble billionaire. The Apple's company's technological visionary lived in Palo Alto in a 5,768 square foot, half-acre townhouse built in the quaint aesthetic of the 1930s. The home had 7 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms. The house favored the British-French country, blending in with the rest of the peaceful community without standing out too much as the opulent home of a high-tech mogul. Well, there you have it. Which one of these homes is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. As always, if you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe to Ultimate Luxury, like, comment, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on future videos. See you next time!